All right, so we're going to sequences and series one more time, but this is arithmetic sequence, and I can say including the series. So we have passed all of this. We are now, let me say where we at. We here. All right, so let's get into it straight away. Those are the three formulas. These are the formulas you need in the arithmetic sequence and the series. Those are the only three formulas. That's all. Alphabet F, it says consider arithmetic sequence. Now you see sequence, I said the Q sounds more like a C, like comma, C, comma, comma, C, comma, 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 sequence. So you can see the semicolons or commas there. So you can use this as a sequence and as well as a series and adding them as well. It works at both. All right, now the first question says calculate the value of the 25th term. You see, the 25th term in the sequence. So what are they really requesting? They're asking me to calculate T subscript 25. T subscript 25. That's what we need to do. And to do that, I'm going to require that formula there. I can use that or that or that, but this one is straightforward because we are so used to it, which is that one. So we know what is the A value and so forth. So I'm just going to go ahead because there's the formula. It's written down there. I'm going to substitute right along the same path. So I will write T subscript 25. 25 is your N equals to the A, which is actually 6. So that will be 6 there. And then plus, we open the parentheses. Now, I'm not going to open the parentheses now. Remember, you need to put 25 minus 1. Come on, 25 minus 1 is 24. I said it in the previous videos. I said, I'm not going to keep on going, substituting the n minus 1, because I know it must be n less by 1, which is 24. So that means now I can say now this is 24 multiplied by whatever d is. Since it's arithmetic, 10 minus 6 is a negative 4. So I'm going to have a negative 4. So you can actually see that the numbers are actually descending. So without further ado, just plug it in a calculator. So you got 1 plus the 24, open the parentheses, negative 4, and then close the parentheses. Pow, you got your value, which is negative 90. All right, so you've got negative 90 there. That is the 25th term. So I'm going to go there to the blue. That's okay. T sub 25, actually negative 90. So there we go, negative 90, we win. So I no longer need it. So let's continue with this one here. Okay, go ahead, ask a question.
So isn't it positive 4? Because 10 minus 6 is 4.
Oh yeah, it's positive 4. That means you smart, you've been eating Smarties. So let's go back there and do it. Why did I put a minus? Maybe I was checking whether you're awake or not. You know how teachers are. When they make a mistake, it's not a mistake. They were checking whether you're awake or not. You know what I'm saying? They're just not telling the truth. They're handling the truth carelessly. Or they're handling the lies intelligently. All right, so we actually have 102. There we go. I love it because you're observant. Good. It was 10 minus that. It's because when I read 10 minus 6 here at the 14, I didn't pay attention to the one. I thought it was 4. I wanted to tell you immediately and say that the numbers were descending. Therefore, it's a negative. I didn't even pay attention. When I look at it again, I'm like, oh, this is 14, not 4. Because I was looking down. I was looking at it with my peripheral vision. All right, number 2, it says calculate the sum of the first 25 terms. For the first 25 terms. All right, so we already know the 25 term, T25 is the last term. So we can see if we're to calculate the sum of the first 25 term, we know the 25th term is 102, which is basically the last term. So that means in this case, without further ado, so what we're going to do, we are simply going to use the formula that has the last term for us, right? Let me put that correctly. That's F. We're going to use that one there. That's a good formula, straight ahead. So I'm going to go ahead and do the substitution. So it's going to be S sub 25 equals to the N is 25th. And then we need to divide that by 2. Open the parentheses. First term is A. Last term is 102. Close the parentheses. And then we make it equals 2. I love to work in real time rather than having prepared in advance. When I come and teach the students, it's like I'm only giving the answers. Like, yeah, that guy, he did that answer in 5 seconds. Meanwhile, it took me 500 hours to do it behind the scene. So that's why I love to keep the errors and the mistake in the videos where people can see that the negative 90 was wrong because we did, the D was a wrong value. The D was a wrong value. All right, so now it's good. Everybody can see, yeah? So when I punch that, I get 1,350 as our answer. All right, so we've got the sum of the first 25th or 25 terms of this sequence. Now, number 3 says how many terms, they're looking for n now. We now know better. How many terms of the sequence will add up, will sum up to 1,248. Now, that 1,248, it's actually as subscript n. That's what it is. You see now, everything we learned before, it's coming here on board, but they just mix them up together here. This is as subscript n. So we are required to find what n is. So I'm going to have to use that formula, the longer formula there. So I'm going to substitute into this one direct. So we have 1,248 equals to n divided by the 2, open the bracket, and then we need to substitute 2 times the A. The A we can tell is 6. And then plus n minus 1, it has to be written because we do not know what n is numerically. But the D we know is 4. Close the parentheses, then I close the bracket. Like I told you before, I said I prefer to get rid of that 2, that fraction there. All right, so I've got 1,248 or 1,248. I times that by 2. So I've got 2,496 into, I've got n here, open, I'm going to keep it as brackets. 2 times 6 is definitely a 12. When I multiply by 4 there, so I'm going to have 4n minus d4 and then close the bracket. All right. So 12 minus 4. Everybody knows 12 minus 4. That gives us 8. So I might as well get rid of it if I want to. Remove that and just write down 8 plus 4 n. So I'm going to multiply into that. All right, so when you multiply into that, because we need to distribute the n. So I've got, it's going to be quadratic, it looks like to me. Normally it is, yes, it's going to be. So I've got, I'm sorry, I forgot what I had laid down. This is 2,496. And then it's going to be equals to, going to be 8n. And then because it's quadratic, 8n plus 4n squared. 4n squared. There we go. Well, like I said, just go for quadratic formula, but you don't need to show them the quadratic formula. They never tell you which method to use here. This is not like solving for x, like question number 1, where they will say, where you know you have to factorize and where they say round off. No, you can just go quadratic straight. Okay, don't waste time, because in exam, you don't want to waste time. So we've got 4n squared. I don't want to waste time, because I told you we can divide by 4. Next time I'm going to try, I'm going to show you that. All right, I'm going to show you, I'm going to be sneaky now. Watch, I'm going to show you how to pretend as if you did factorize, but in reality, you did not factorize. You used the quadratic formula. I'm going to show you. We are about to do it now. Yeah. Okay, there we go. 0 there. All right, so now, let's see if we plug it into the quadratic formula, because everybody knows the quadratic formula. Everybody knows the quadratic formula. So I'm going to write n equals 2. And I also need to write or n equals 2. And we need to remember n is an element of natural numbers. Okay, let's go for quadratic formula. We've got that division. We've got negative b. B is 8. There we go. Then we've got plus. I'm starting with the plus. Square root, we take the 8, the b, we square it. Then we go minus 4, open the parentheses. The a will be 4. It's 4ac. And then the c will be negative 2,496. Close the parentheses. We go down. We've got 2 times by the a, which is basically 4. That's the first answer, is 24. There we go. So the first one, it will be 24. All right. The other one, we just come here and we change that. We make it a negative. So there am I returning back? I'm going back over there. All right. So just backspace, delete that. So put a negative there. Look what we got. We got negative 26. And we have determined, we have already explained that n must be an element of natural numbers. Natural numbers. So negative 26 is wrong. It's not allowed. Okay? It's not allowed. I'm like, out, bye-bye. But here's what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you this. Here in between here, just do the brackets as if you factorize. So I use the quadratic formula. So to fool these guys, what I would have done, I would have, of course, divided this thing, everything by 4. I believe the 4 was going to work. Definitely. All right. So let's kind of do that. show them how to do it in exam, because you want to be smart in an exam. You want to use smart tricks. Smart tricks. All right, I shifted it over there. So you are going to have, when you divide by 4, it was going to be n squared and then plus the 2n. Then minus, let's verify. Maybe it's 2 that goes, but I'm hoping the 4 does, because it looks so. There we go, minus 624. All right, so the white formula, of course, you could have put it into the quadratic formula and get your 24 and your 26. All right, so I'll be having the white one. Use the quadratic formula, then it gives me these last answers. Then what's going to be in a turquoise, you see, I'm bringing this one back here to be together with the n, to be 2 terms there. And that's what's going to be in the parentheses, as if I factorize. So I'll show them the blue part. I'll write it as n, because the 24 was a positive. I'll put it as negative 24. Close the parentheses. Open another parenthesis there. You know, because you want to be smart. And then since the 26 was negative, I'll put it as plus 26. And then equals to 0. So the blue fools them. It makes them think, wow, I came here, divided by 2, then factorize, bingo. But I did not. I used the quadratic formula. Because if we're to really do the factorization, try to find the factors of 624, you're kidding me. 1 and 261, 1 and 624, 2 and something, 4 and something. Yeah, I think even the 3, because that's 24 at the end there. The 3 does, doesn't it? Yeah, you see 300, there's a lot. So use quadratic formula and you come and cheat it like this. So write down this. They'll say, wow, you didn't have to do trial and error. That's it. Be smart like